Hi guys, I want to talk today about obvious signs that you're dealing with a narcissist. Yeah, so there are various obvious signs that they are very obvious, like, but that's when you know that these are signs that you're dealing with a narcissist. So, for example, the first sign is that narcissists, you notice that this person have some form of addiction. Like some of them are addicted to sex, some are addicted to pornography, some are addicted to drugs, some are addicted to alcohol, some are addicted to people, like in terms of, the sort of people like they can't be alone. They like having people around all the time. They like gossiping all the time. They like talking all the time. You can notice that that's a very obvious sign if someone is a narcissist. Then also, you also notice, like, when you're interacting with narcissists, you feel like you are sharing more, but you feel like they share less. So your communication with them is always like you are telling them more about your day, telling them more about maybe things you do, your future plans, your current plans, your fears and everything. But you always notice that a narcissist is like a flat line. Like they'll keep telling you the same thing, but you will keep sharing with them like different things. So for example, let me break this down to you so you understand what I'm trying to say. So when you're dealing with a narcissist here, you'll notice that if you ask them, for example, how's their day, they'll just tell you, oh, my day was great, or it was beautiful. That's it. You don't get any more details, about their day. So then if you ask them tomorrow, they'll tell you, oh, my day was wonderful, it was fantastic. So the narcissists use that way to hide activities from you. So you notice that when their response towards you, when you ask them things about themselves, it's always the same answer, but you are sharing your real information. Maybe, for example, you go to work now, for example, and something went wrong, you tell them, like, oh, you'll be like, oh, I went to work and this happened, that happened, oh, maybe facing redundancy and things like that. You could tell them your life and share your life. They could ask you about your family and you give them insight and tell them, okay, this is what your family is like, But you notice that the narcissists, they don't share much about themselves to you, or they'll just tell you one thing and that's it. And if you ask, if for example you guys are trying to have a conversation, what they'll tell you will be a repeat of what they previously told you. You understand? So it's like a very shallow, how will I say it, like a very shallow expression of who they are. So it's always that the same. Like, for example, if you ask a narcissist now, okay, what did you do this weekend? They'll just tell you things like, okay, I hang around with my sister, or I hang around with my friends. That's it. You never hear details like, oh yeah, I hung out with my friends, we went to this place and this is what we did. Like something that'll give you more depth, like more meaning. You never get that from a narcissist. Narcissists will never tell you that. They'll just tell you, oh, I hang out with my friends, or maybe we just had a drink or went to this place. That's it. You'll never hear any more. Like, they don't give you any more depth of their life. They are very shallow. So it's like, for example, it's like they're just telling you things on the surface, yeah, on the surface. You never really know their real friends. You never really know like how they behave with their friends. You never really see all those aspects, except if they let you in. And sometimes when they let you in, just know that the people they let you in, they are fly monkeys too. They know the game, so they know how to act when you are around. They know how to behave, like they know how to like support the narcissist. Then one more reason, like, and things you should look out for is that when you discussing with a narcissist, yeah, you'll notice they tend to like ignore you a lot. What I mean ignore you a lot is like you cannot count on them. You know what I mean? Like, you could be having a smooth conversation, yeah, and then the narcissist will just disappear for like maybe a couple of days or even even long hours without even acknowledging that maybe they were chatting with you before. So they disregard you a lot. They do that a lot. That's another reason. Then there's one more. You can never be assertive with a narcissist. Like when you communicate with a narcissist, like if you're speaking to a normal person, I can go meet a normal person and say, hi, my name is this, you know, what's your name, you know. That's the normal person will respond, oh, hi, nice to meet you, my name is that, you know. That's the progressive communication. But with narcissists, you never ever get that. If you meet a narcissist and say, hi, I'm this, what's your name, the narcissist could tell you things like, why do you want to know my name, you know. So conversations with narcissists, it's like it goes around in circles. You can never tell a narcissist anything with a simple explanation, you know. If you ever feel like you need to explain something extensively over and over again, know you're dealing with a narcissist, you know. So for example, if maybe a narcissist asks me like, oh, can I borrow this your tablet, you know, and then I say, oh, I need this tablet for work because I have a presentation I need it for. You know, a normal person will be like, oh, you know, I understand that you can't give me your tablet, you know, and all that. But if you're dealing with narcissists, a narcissist will tell you stuff like, oh, you're selfish, that's why you don't want to give me. You know, they'll bring up things that, you know, has nothing to do with the situation, but that's just a way to make you feel bad for not complying with their wish or their demand, you know. So they are very punitive, like they punish you and it's instantaneous, you know. Even sometimes you might not even know the narcissist. Maybe if it's a narcissist that's like a drug addict, for example, now, and they need a fix, you know, and they're just asking random people online to say, oh, could you help me with like $40, you know what I mean? So maybe you'll be like, oh, nice, okay, let me just help this person, because you think maybe they are suffering for or they are struggling, and you just want to be kind as a human being. You know, maybe you tell the narcissist like, okay, I'll send you perhaps when I finish from work, you know. If it's a true narcissist, that narcissist will blow up your phone. Like they'll message you constantly and say, oh, are you done from work yet? Oh, I need the money now. You know, you feel like that rush, you know, to the point where you're gonna even regret, like, why did you even say you want to help this person? You know, you're going to get to that point, you know. And to get to some point, like, if they feel that you're not complying fast enough, yeah, they'll start insulting you, they'll start calling you names like childish or stupid or fools, you know, like, they'll just call you different things just to make you feel bad or make you comply. If you are still dealing with your ego, you know, still working with your ego, you'll be like, oh no, I got the money, have the money, to start like that, you know. But that's just how they are, you know. So you can never be progressive with a narcissist. So when you're even dealing with them, the interaction, it feels like you are the one always chasing them, and they're very entitled, you know. They're very entitled. They feel like, yeah, you should go like 100%. Why they do the bare minimum, you understand? Yeah, so that's just how they are, you know. That's just how they are. You can never put heads together and decide your fate with a narcissist. You can never say like, okay, let's come together and plan a situation, or this is what we both want. Let us think what's best for both of us, you know. It's not done with narcissists. Narcissists only think of one thing, and that thing is I. So that's all they know in their dictionary, I, and you bring to me, or you do for me. That's all narcissists know about. They don't know about we. There's no we in the dictionary of the narcissist. So even when you hang out with them, for example, maybe for example now, like, you're hanging out with a narcissist, for example, like people that are still like doing dating and things like that, you know. So when you're trying to date a narcissist, you'll notice, like, you know, at first they'll be, when they're trying to study you, you know, they will be responding, but that's just a bait to make you believe like they're complying, you know. Then when they feel like you are serious enough, they will toy with you for a lot before they will even give in and say, okay, maybe they even want to date you or make you their primary source, you know. So what they will do, they'll test you a lot. Like, there'll be a lot of, like, maybe you tell them you want to see them, or let's try and plan something like a meetup or stuff. They'll tell you things like they are busy, they are working, they are doing stuff. They always make themselves feel like they are more important than you know, like maybe spending time with you or stuff like that, you know. You get that a lot, you know. Then also when you are dealing with them, yeah, you always have this cognitive dissonance, because you'll be confused, you know, because you don't know if they are really into you or they are not. But they will be talking to you to string you along, but they're not letting you go, and they're not with you at the same time. So they do that just to keep you, you know, just to keep you till they'll feel like, okay, maybe they have more use for you. Maybe they want to use you for sex, or use you for money, or use you for whatever you got, you know. So as long as they see that you're complying, they will always keep you around, you know. So those are just the little tips that I put together today to make you understand like how to identify narcissists if you see one. So they're very easy, you know. They're very easy. They rush you a lot, you know. They rush you a lot. There's one more that just popped in the mind, you know. Narcissists, yeah, the way they make their plans, for example, if they really want to get you in, yeah, they make their plans in a way where if you tell them no, you feel very guilty. Say for example now, like maybe you want to move in with the narcissist. The narcissist is talking about they want to move in with you, you know. So if for example you guys are going to view a house together, the narcissist will tell everybody. Everybody's gonna know like, oh, you guys are going to view a house, you know. And then the narcissist will also tell everybody like, oh, you guys have decided that that's the house you want, you know, even if they've not consulted you, they've not told you anything, you know. So by the time you tell the narcissist like, oh, things like, oh, maybe I don't really like the house, I want something else, you know, they'll tell you, oh, I've already told everybody, everybody thinks this, you know, in a way to guilt trip you. So you say, okay. So that's what you always do. You always say okay with the narcissist. You just let your opinion slide and you just say okay. You just comply. But that's when you stay in that codependent phase. That's when you say okay. It's when you are like you're more assertive and you're more aware. That's when you start voicing your opinion. You start doing things the way you want it, not just because the narcissist wants it, not just because the narcissist wants maybe to go out, then you're jumping, you're going out, not just because the narcissist want this, you're doing it because you want it. And also, if you cannot communicate with narcissists on an adult level and say, okay, this is what I think we both want, or this is what I want, and tell me what you want, so we could compromise and meet at a point, you know. There's no point. So I just thought I'd put this information out there so you understand how it is to identify a narcissist easily. So with this little tip, there's a lot more if you study, but with this little tip you'll be able to see some certain signs if you're dealing with a narcissist. So thank you guys and have a blessed day. Take care. Bye.